Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. It's still Friday. This is video 2 of 3 because we're going live later. But this video is one that has been heavily requested. You've been in my inbox telling me I must speak about this. So I'm going to go over it because we have someone else who's gone missing, vanished, like a fart in the wind again. So the link to this site that we're going to be looking at is going to be in the description of this video. But let's go over it. So who am I talking about? I'm talking about Jack O'Sullivan. And there is a reward. That's something you don't see very often around these missing person cases, do you? Jay Slater case. But yes, the family have put out a reward. He's been missing for a little while, but let's go over it so you know what it is. So he's 23 years old. He was 22 at the time of his disappearance, so he's actually had his birthday since he's been missing. I can't tell you whether he had a good time on his birthday because he was missing. He's 5'10", which is 178 centimetres. He is slim, just like me. He's got brown... Who laughed? Motherfuckers. He's got short brown hair and blue eyes, like me. Yeah, didn't get any argument with that, did we? There's a 20 grand reward, 20 big uns. Think what you could buy with 20 large. 20 large. You could go to Tenerife. Have a wild time. So circumstances surrounding Jack's disappearance. It's now over 100 days since 23-year-old Jack O'Sullivan went missing on March 2nd, 2024, following a night out in Hotwells, Bristol, which is in the UK. Jack, having attempted to get a taxi home, was last seen on CCTV. We're going to look at some CCTV snapshots shortly. On the morning of March 2nd at approximately 3:40 a.m, walking up the Bennett Way slip road heading back towards Hotwells. Jack's phone was still active and placed him at an address of 5:40 a.m. in the Granby Hill area. His phone continued to be live on the network until 6:44 a.m. Nothing has been seen or heard of Jack since the early hours of that morning. Despite the authorities' efforts, which probably ain't much, the investigation has hit a standstill, leaving his family desperate for answers. There's also Facebook pages for those of you who have Facebook, but this is pretty darn got everything. So what he was wearing, a green khaki barber jacket, nice little barber jacket. Pockets are probably coming off it though, because when I had one of these, the pockets started to fall off. Ralph Lauren trainers, so he was a man of style, and some navy blue chinos. Things went south then. A cream knit lamb's wool jumper, similar to the one in the picture. There we go. So he dressed way beyond his age, a bit like possibly what my granddad would have worn. Right, black card holder he had on him. He had his driving licence on him. He had an AirTag in a brown case. It's a pity someone else can't log into this, have access to perhaps a MacBook if he's got one, to see if they can find that AirTag. That'd have been an interesting one. I don't know whether that's been done. Probably has. His house key, a Hugo Boss watch, a grey... Oh, no, again, not another missing persons case of the watch. A grey iPhone 11 in a red silicone case. A Monzo debit card, whatever one of them is. And a Peugeot 108 key fob. No, he didn't go out in his car. His car was left at home, but he did have his key with him. I know that much. So a timeline of disappearance and phone activity. So 1 a.m, Jack messaged his parents with plans to get a taxi. The weather, by the way, was shit. It was snow. 3:17 a.m, last confirmed sighting of Jack on CCTV walking onto the grass area at the junction of Brunel Lock Way and Brunel Way. 3:24 a.m, Jack attempted to call a friend who was still at the party. 3:25, likely sighting of Jack on the Plimsoll Bridge heading towards Bristol City Centre. 3:30, friend called back, but the call was disconnected after Jack said hello. So he did actually answer the phone, just said hello, and then the phone went dead. Was his phone dead? Doesn't seem to be. I don't know. Jack seen walking along Bennett Way, 3:39. So 9 minutes after that, he was still walking. So was there a reason why he then didn't call his friend back again, or did Jack? I'm guessing at this time. What did they say about the phone? What did they say about the phone? Well, they're saying the phone continued to be live on the network until 6:44 a.m. So it's a little bit strange that the call was disconnected. Jack apparently was it Jack who answered, but then why would someone dodgy answer? Oh no, we'll have to ring Ayub and find out if he knows why. So Jack's seen on CCTV walking up Bennett Way slip roads heading towards Hotwells. That was at 3:45 a.m. Jack's parents noticed he wasn't home, and his mum, I saw the interview of his mum, she was like, I knew something was wrong. 5:40, Jack's phone placed him at an address in the Granby Hill area. And then 6:44, Jack's phone remained active on the network until this time. We've got a little map here, look. So where do we start from? We start from here. We're going to look at these pictures in a second. Comes down here, goes round here, 308, and then over to here. Funny how it hasn't got any other pictures from the other 3 hours, but these are the CCTV clips. Well, not clips, they're like photographs. Look, got him on there, shows the time, 308. There he is. Fuck me, how can they see him up there? I can't see nothing, unless they're just, I don't know. It's a bit mental. Oh, there he is there, look. So is that the same picture? Fuck, that was a good spot, wasn't it? That was like, where's Wally? There he is again. There he is again. Oh no, we're going through him again. Appeal for CCTV footage. There were over 400 vehicles passing through the area during that time that Jack was walking, and we urge any cars, lorries, vans, taxis or buses that might have dash cam footage to come forward, especially the one that probably ran him over, because I'm guessing that this is potentially, because the weather was so poor, this was potentially a hit and run. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you think. If you have any footage corresponding with the period that Jack was in the area, please report this to the police by calling 101 and provide the reference number 522 405 5172. There's some flyers here which you can download and you can put them up. So if you're from the UK place, because he literally could be anywhere by this point, it'd be worth getting them up. Join a search. We organise regular group searches. I think there's a race on at the moment, like a race for life as well. It might be worth, if anybody's been involved in the race for life, to do some detours into some bushes and stuff. The date and time of the next search will be listed at the top of this page and in our Facebook group if you wish to look on your own. Above all, please stay safe and avoid any dangerous areas around water, busy roads or cliff faces. Yeah, we know what happens around cliff faces. The map below shows areas that have already been searched. If you have a particular area alone, please let us know where you have been so that we can keep the map updated. So they've gone all around this river. Look. That's the only downside. There's so much river, and there's a lot of this as well, park area. So if this was a hit and run, he could have been transported into any of this area. There we go. You can zoom in and out. Bristol city centre there. Look. Share Jack's story. Until Jack is found, we must keep his story in the public eye. Please help us do this by talking to friends and continue to share our social media links, this website, new articles about his disappearance. So there we go. And there's a few reports there. And yeah, the family are not very happy at the moment because they don't know anything, wouldn't you be? We'll have a look at this later on in the live alongside the Jay Slater one for anyone who is interested. Let me know down below, and I'll catch you all in the next one.